All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call Allah, Allah, now Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. The one to my other apostle, Great Millstone, rule well and teach well. Side touch rich brother pushing his truth with sincerity, risking your life to do so. In the spirit and power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom. It's Brother Kwan coming at you from Great Millstone, Dallas Branch. Coming in the spirit and power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Here today, man. So, I wanted to go into Romans the 13th chapter. It's pretty much off the head, rolling in the spirit on basically how the Lord, states in the scriptures about this day gonna come soon, man. That he gonna show up upon the earth. And the people aren't really looking for it, nor do they really want it. The people say they ready for the Lord to come back. They're not really ready for the Lord to come back because they don't, deep down in their hearts, they know it's a horrible thing. It'll be a horrible thing if the Lord comes back and sees what his world is like. And the Lord knows what it's like down here, and he has it so. It ain't nothing new to him, but that makes him upset nonetheless, Mainly upset with us because we supposed to be, as Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man, you supposed to be leading the rest of humanity, quote unquote. You supposed to be leading the charge. You supposed to be ruling over these people and showing them how to live life. It's said in just 4 letters of this English language of life. That's big, that's huge. Showing being a nation above all the nations of the world and leading the charge over them being your subjects unto you forever, and you never dying, because the Lord's going to give you a new body from what you have now, man. But before all that comes to pass, it's going to be a lot of death on the planet Earth, because, we, as it says in Baruch, the 3rd chapter, we are yet our day in this captivity, man. The sins, why? Because of the sins of our forefathers. So the sins of our forefathers was what? Our forefathers was who? Our forefathers was us, man. It was reincarnation. So if our forefathers was in captivity and they was sinning, and we yet this day in our captivity, and what we doing? We sinning, man. And what's the sting of sin? Death, man. It's death. If you sin, you gonna die. But what's the sting of death? The law. The law is over death, man. So the Lord is going to put the laws in the nation of Israel's inward parts, in our minds, in those new bodies, man. This is a little interlude, because I'm not going to make the lesson long. This is a little intro, Salakia. That's just words I want to say, man. The Lord is going to make us immortal, man. So whether you live through the Lord receiving you up in a chariot, or you die gloriously for the Lord, which is keeping his word until death, so you'll receive a reward for that as well. If you take the death, if you have to, for the Lord, you're going to receive a reward, man. You know, if you want the elect, you're gonna receive that crown along with the rest of the the rest of the 144,000, man. You're gonna receive the same penny, you know, like the Lord said. You know, and we all try to receive that penny, you know. So let's get it in Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing that time, and that knowing that time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe. You know. So, speaking from the apostle standpoint, they've been in this thing for 35 plus years, you know. 30 plus years, 28, 29 plus years, something around there. And that's for shit. For now in the world, that's a lifetime, man. Especially at Jake. Because some Jake, you know, the way they grow up, they don't live to see 20. So the apostles are seeing a lifetime in this truth, man. And still living. Doing glorious works for the Lord. So now they starting to see their fruits, man. Our elders has been in it 15, 13, 12 years, 11 years. Now we coming in 10, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a few months. It trickles down the years, you know. The Lord has made this thing perfect. And now everyone's starting to wake up in their own times, man. Because it tells you in 2nd Esdras, the 5th chapter, that how Esdras was talking to Uriel, and he was praying. I mentioned this in the past lesson I just did. And he was talking to Uriel. He said, "Well, why don't Yahweh bring out all the spirits on earth at one time, so he can go ahead and judge them now?" And Uriel was like, "Shit, nigga, it ain't up to you. It's not up to me." You know. It says that he told him, "Hey, it all got to come in its time." That's what Uriel basically told him, man. All that has to come in its time. So Yahweh Shemel Shai has already set the time before the foundations of the world was. And the Lord stayed telling you that in the scriptures, man. That it was written before the world was. And that particular, it don't matter what event in the scriptures the Lord told you that something was written before the world was. If it was written before the world was, how much more anything else in the scriptures, man? Even if it was one example stating that in the scriptures, which is multiple verses and multiple scriptures when the Lord states that before the world was, you know. So if something took place before the world was, that means that it was already predetermined before the world was. Before the world was created, the Lord had already thought it out on what it was going to be. So now, we are in the time where our salvation is nearer than when we believe, man, because it's come quite fast, man. Even the apostle tell you, like, hey, these years flew by for them. They say they flew by for them. And when they say that, we understood what they say. For myself, I've only been in this thing since 2018. 2021 came up fast. It's already almost gone. It's finna be September in 2021. This year just started. So like the Lord mentions in Matthew the 24th chapter, you know, the Lord is speeding up the time. Let's get that. just be dry talking like Mike Hollis say. I'm looking for well, let's read this. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, which in the Hebrew, the Paleo-Hebrew, and they say it like that in the Syrian, which is what they speak, the Syrian Hebrew, which is what they speak now today. Okay? They say Hamashiach as well. So if they say that, what you think they say? Well, they don't say the name, to be honest. But they know what the name is. They know what's written in the in the Torah. It shall deceive many. Say Yahushua, man. Matthew 24 and 6. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, and see that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines. Famines in Venezuela, 2015. Been going on ever since. That's why them niggas. That's why they niggas. That's why them niggas is moving upward through South America, trying to come up to North America. Hey, we ain't heard. What was that? I think that was heavily talked about when they come up to that border of North America. I think that was like 2019. Yeah, 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. No, it was 2019. And we ain't heard nothing about that shit ever since. About a few months later, that shit was hush hush. So who knows when they was putting them boys up in the internment camps, selling their children off, putting them in FEMA camps. So shit, Northern Tribe been catching hell ever since. That shit just been wrapped up. Shit not getting talked about in the media. So, kingdom against kingdoms, that's happening. Uproars of the people, famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. Bro, I believe, what is it, thousands of earthquakes monthly, on a monthly basis. And that's been going on for years, decades. Come on, man. In diverse places. The Lord, that's how the Lord visits the earth. He visits the earth in storms, man. Earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes, tornadoes, tremors. The Lord, volcanic eruptions, lava beds, all that. The Lord does that. Why? To show signs on the earth. Blood moons. What's that called? Eclipses. Things like that. Why? To show signs on the earth. He's upset with this place, man. Let's keep reading. What's it verse 8 say? All these are the beginning of sorrows. That's what let's see what the word sorrow says. Then, a pang or thorough, especially of childbirth, pain, sorrow, travail. The pain of childbirth, travail, pain, birth pains, intolerable anguish, in reference to the dire calamities precede the event of the Messiah. Man, the Lord said pain. Okay. Second Esdras chapter 9 in verse 1. You see how this chapter is similar, huh? Why? This is where the Lord got it from. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. And the Lord said, eat the whole roll. Why? The Lord, that comes in the volume of the book, is written to him. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. Answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, what signs? Those signs we just read in Matthew 24. How can we say that? Why? Because it's precept upon precept, line upon line. Okay. Here a little, there a little, which I have told thee before. Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest, who the highest what? It's capitalized H for a reason. The highest, the most high, Yahweh, is gonna come, man. He's coming out, he's coming from the sky, man. And a huge, gigantic chariot, huger than the earth. And will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, what's happening with that Taliban shit right now in Afghanistan, man? That shit real. Them people, at least they scared for real. Yeah, them people that's running away ain't actors. They ain't willing to just throw themselves off an airplane for no reason. Obviously, they got demons on them, but shit, that's real. They think their life really in danger. Maybe it really is. Who knows? But, yeah, people throwing themselves off an airplane, riding on top of airplane. I don't know what makes them think that was a good fucking idea. But, hey, that's the type of shit that's going on in the earth right now, bro. The Lord is on his way, man. The Lord is on his way. We almost out of here, bro. Verse, what was that? Verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. As I was stating earlier, Yahweh Shai states multiple scriptures, even from the beginning, before the world was. So this was all predestinated before we got to this point. It was all supposed to happen. Everything you see and don't see with your physical eyes is all supposed to happen. Everything. Before, middle, end. Which ain't no end. Because we live forever, baby. Not us. Verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, the end of what? 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world. The end of what? The end of that world. What is it? Eon is an age. The end of this age that we're currently living in is fastly approaching. Okay? The Lord is coming back. Yahweh Shai is coming back, man, to receive their elect out of Babylon. So either you gonna keep the faith or you not, man. Either you have faith in the Lord, the true living power of all heaven and earth, Yahweh Bashim Shai, or you don't. You know, it's up to you who you gonna believe in these last days, man. Verse 6. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effect and signs. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. And then I don't even remember that this was coming up. Just like what I was stating, man. Just like what I said, man. That was like, Lord had me in the spirit. Verse 8. Shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land, and with my borders, and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. There you go again. From the beginning. From the beginning. Hey, come on, man. The Lord sanctified them from where? John 17th chapter. From the beginning. The elect. 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Hey, Wisdom of Solomon 5. Yes, sir. In 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. What was that? Isaiah 28 or 38? They received that constellation. I guess you can throw some Isaiah 6 up in there. Verse 11. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when there is yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. Proverbs, the 1st chapter. 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 12. The same must know it after death by pain. So, that same must know it after death by pain. Who is this same that the Lord is talking about? Or just talking about well, he's talking about an unnumberable amount of people. Don't get me wrong. But is he just talking to anybody right here? No. No. He's not just talking to anybody here. Mind you, anybody's going to get it that wants it. But let's get this right here. I ain't put this in a minute. Because I remember, I figured it's always been a go-to, like, remember scripture. Right. So, 2nd Esdras. Let's see. Chapter 3, 2nd Esdras. I'm tripping. Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said Yahweh. Okay, so in all the land, so when the Lord say in all the land, the Lord mean the whole goddamn planet, man. The Lord ain't just talking about Israel. Israel is a people before it's a place. So, Lord is still talking about Israel as a people. He's always talking to his people. Okay? Hebrew Israelites. Zechariah chapter 13 verse 8 again. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said Yahweh, 2 parts of what? Therein shall be cut off and die. But the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire. And I will refine them as silver is refined. And will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name. And I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, Yahweh is my power. Yeah. Oh, man. Hey. Call out Yahweh Shemi outside. That's right, man. That's right. That's right. That's right. Hey. Let me see. I think I was thinking of something else. What was it? Dang, I should have pulled it. What was it? It was another banger. If I forget it, I'm gonna close out. What was it? If I can't remember, that means the Lord want me to close out. Yeah, I'm gonna close out with that. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory. Maybe I'll remember next time and I'll make a lesson. Then I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakawadash. The mind to my other apostle, great millstone. Rule well. Shalom. On to the next one. Oh yeah, I don't know if I explained the verses, but yeah, it's talking about verse 8. There was 2 parts. That means 2/3 of what the nation of Israel is going to die over here in Babylon, New Babylon, the daughter of Babylon. In verse 9, that last part, which is going to be that one little third of the nation of Israel is going to be brought forth and through the fire of affliction and tribulation and receive salvation. That's why I said in the bottom half of the 9th verse, it says we're gonna call on his name. We're gonna call on the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because you're gonna get saved through the name. And the Lord knows if you've been bullshitting the whole time and you try to call his name. That's why Yahushua said in Matthew's, those that say, Lord, Lord, hey, he not gonna hear you. Because why? You call on his name despitefully, man. You know you wasn't really with Yahweh Shem Yahushai up until he was lighting the fire under your ass when the hard afflictions and the plagues came to Babylon, man. So that ain't gonna work then for those people. So that's out the window as well. So you better get his wise hot, you know. But Lord willing, I was edifying with that. Shalom. On to the next one.